Hey, what is up, guys? Name is Antrax, and today I'm gonna bring you my Umbra hybrid hazard protection DPS build. As you can see, we're rocking 3-piece Umbra, 1 Sheska, 1 Cab, and the Ninja bike. The reason why we wanna be using this, if you're playing Conflict in 2025, or even in the past, Conflict was always a place where players will use status effects builds or skill damage builds. With this setup, you're not gonna have any issues with status skills builds, right? So if I go into my stats, we're gonna be having 110% hazard protection. Now, this build and the way that I made it is for Conflict. If you want to have it for the Dark Sun, just remove one of the hazard attributes. The reason why I'm over the cap, remember, when you go into Conflict, you're going to lose the shade levels. So you're going to be losing the hazard protection, everything, including also your crits and your headshots, right? So the way that I made the build is I'm actually over the cap on crit chance and over the cap on hazard protection. So when I go into the Conflict, I will still be at the cap on crit chance and I will still have 100% hazard protection. Now, again, if you're going into the Dark Sun, just remove one hazard attribute and you'll be at 100%. 3-piece Umbra with the Ninja is the 4-piece. You want to have hazard protection everywhere, and you want to be using crit chance mods, right? Remember, Sheska got a nerfed when it comes to the crit chance. Whenever you're using Umbra, you want to be using the Umbra chest. Umbra with Umbra chest, a must. Again, as a protection, crit chance. 1-piece Cavalier, that's going to give you 30% hazard protection. The Sheska, even though it got a nerfed on the crit chance, but the hazard protection got a buff. It went from 10 to 20%. That's why you want to be using the Sheska instead of the Yal. With the Yal, you will still get 10%, even though Yal also got a buff. It went from 5 to 10%, but for this particular build, you want to be using it with the Sheska. If you want to use it in PvP for the Dark Sun, you could actually switch the Sheska if you don't need a crit chance for this, and you get an additional 10% weapon damage. My gloves had hazard protection, and I'm using a crit chance mod here. Now, just to give you an example, my FAMAS is at 60%, but again, remember, I'm over the cap. You see, I'm missing 2 mods here. So when I go into Conflict, let me remove this to give you a better example. So I'm actually, damn, how can I show you this? Okay. All right. I'm still over the cap, but because we're using the Eagle, let me, can I replace it with, I'm like way over the cap on crit chance. Wow. I'm actually missing damage here. I don't know what happened. Give me a second, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm like, what is going on? I have the modifiers active. Oh my god. I was like, what is going on? Why is it inactive now? Okay, now we should be all right. God damn, I was like, what is going on? All right, I forget that. I'm not removing anything. I mean, I'm not editing this video. Okay, so going back to what I had before. Again, sorry for the mistake. All right, so that's it, right? Let me just do this one more time. I'm sorry. All right, so if you look into my Eagle, if I put one more crit chance mod, will be at 60%, but because we lose the watch when we go into Conflict, instead of having 60, will be at 66. if you're using the last mod here. So that will put us at over the cap for the dark zone, but will be alright for conflict. Okay, I gotta edit this video. That's gonna look super stupid. Okay, so for if you look into my FMS, it says that I'm at 51. That's because I'm missing the 3 Christians mods. So if 51, if we remove the watch, that will be 41. If we put the Christians here, that will put us at 47, 46. This will be 51 and 56. So with the eagle, because the eagle is the same as the FMS with 3 Christians mods, you have 15%. So will be the same 56 on each weapon. So you could actually use whatever secondary you want to be using. The Lexington should be alright as well, and just use whatever attribute you want to be. I mean talent. You could use Optimist. Strain doesn't go very well with the RPM on the Lexington, but if you want to use it, it'll be alright. Or if you want to use this weapon with Ranger, if you're fighting at distance and you want to remove some of the blue attributes, you could do that as well. What else can I tell you about the build? The pistol, I barely use a pistol unless I see a skill that is on the floor. I could proc finisher for the extra crit damage, and basically that's what it is. My main weapon will always be the Eagle Bearer, and I'm using Umbra. One thing that hasn't been fixed, Umbra is still having this bug where if you're going to cover, it will not register that you have an Umbra piece. So it's good that it wasn't not working here. So what I usually do, I equip 2 different pieces and I go back to Umbra. I see a lot of people saying that you have to remove all the Umbra pieces. You don't really have to. Just do what I did, 1, 2, and go back to Umbra, and you should be alright.